Greetings everyone, what you are seeing here right now is Qwen Image Edit Model 2511. This is original input image, prompt is replaced hot with a sports cap, and this is output. I mean, look at these details. Look how it achieves perfect quality, perfect accuracy. This is Google Nano Banana Pro level. You see, it is doing the task with keeping image as it is with amazing quality, amazing accuracy, amazing high resolution. So today I will be showing you how to use Qwen Image Edit 2511 model, and I will make a detailed comparison with the previous Qwen Image Edit 2509 versus Qwen Image Edit 2511. You will love this tutorial. Watch to the very end to learn everything. Greetings everyone, today I am going to show you how to use Qwen Image Edit 2511 model with most easiest and most accurate way on your PC or on cloud by using the SwarmUI. Moreover, I will compare it with the Qwen Image Edit 2509 model, so you will see how much they have improved. With using our Qwen Image Edit 2511 preset that is only 12 steps, you will be able to generate amazing quality images. And with our one-click downloader, you will download the accurate models right away. With our one-click installer, you will be able to download, install, setup, and everything will work as low as 6 GB GPUs with amazing quality. Why? Because I have prepared an amazing quality FP8 Scaled version of the model for you. So let's begin with the comparison of the Qwen Image Edit 2509 to 2511. As you can see, this is a restoration, photo restoration. Let me open the original and let's see the 2509. So this is the original image. 2509 epically fails, as you are seeing right now. I have generated 4 seeds of every image and I have picked the best one for every model. Let's open the 2511, and as you can see, 2511 is able to colorize and restore photo. So let's see comparison. This is the 2511. You can see the name here, restored photo. This is the original photo. So the 2511 handles this task amazingly. Moreover, I have shared all the used images prompts in this zip file. You see it is here. When you scroll down a little bit, you will see it. Inside this zip file, you will see the case prompts. Let me open it. So these are the case prompts, case 1 prompt. And when you enter inside the cases, you will see all the images. This is the base image, this is the 2509 result, and this is the 2511 result. So for 2509, I have used our previous best preset. Now it is removed our presets because 2511 is the best one. So let's continue with the next case, image 2, and this is the result of the 2509. So this is our input image and this is the generated image. As you can imagine, the prompt is adding beard. Let's see the 2511. So the 2511 is keeping the face as it is. As you can see, it is perfect, and it is adding the prompt that we wanted. There is a massive difference between 2509 to 2511. 2511 is next level. Another thing I have made is that I did set the base resolution of the model to 1920 to 1920 for these experiments. It is working amazing even at this resolution. Don't worry, I will show everything how to install, download, and set up after we completed the comparison part. So the image 3 is this one. This is our base image, and let's see the 2509. The prompt is turning the person, the image, into pixel art. As you can see, 2509 epically fails compared to 2511. 2511 is perfectly converting image into retro style pixel art, as you can see. This is really good. This is Nano Banana Pro level. The fourth experiment is combining 3 images. Which 3 images? So I have provided all 3 images, all of these images, and I asked AI to combine them. How I asked? I said that put all 3 anime heroes into same epic anime scene. So let's see the generated results. The left one is 2511. As you can see, it did put all 3 heroes into the scene perfectly accurately, as you can see. However, 2509 epically fails. It puts 5 characters. The characters are changed. I mean, this character doesn't exist. This is not the Saitama. This is Naruto, but somewhat different. This is a little bit more accurate. So as you can see, there is a massive difference between 2511 to 2509. Let's move to case 5. So the case 5 is removing the dog from the scene. Let's see the result of 2509. So the 2509 changes the image almost entirely. As you can see, the dog is removed, but the quality is very low. And let's see the result of the 2511. So the 2511 keeps the image as it is, as you can see, with minimal amount of changes, and it removes the dog perfectly fine. You are seeing some quality loss because the original image resolution is very high. It is like 20 megapixel, therefore it is very high resolution. However, our outputs are like 4 megapixel, therefore we lose quality at very high resolution. But this is really good. I mean, this is like Nano Banana Pro level. Let's see the case 6. So the case 6 is turning this image into nighttime. Let's see the result of 2509. So this is 2509. I mean, this looks so artificial. It changed the image aspect ratio, zoom. So this is 2509. Let's see the 2511. The 2511 handles it much better. I mean, there is a magnificent difference between 2511 to 2509. So you see, it keeps everything as it is. It is almost perfect. So the case 7 is turning rabbit into purple color. So this is the original image and this is the 2509. You can see that the image changed. Now it is not anymore the real photo. Everything changed. But when we see the 2511, it is next level. I mean, it is trying to keep the image as it is with minimal amount of changes. Of course, the resolution is dropped because the input image is high resolution. However, it handles the task. And you are seeing it in 4K resolution. So when you see it on your mobile devices or tablets or some other places, you wouldn't even notice that this is AI made. Case 8 is changing the clothing of the person. So this is 2509. It changed the clothing. However, the realism reduced, the image proportions reduced. So this is 2509. Let's see the 2511. So the 2511 is much more realistic. It is keeping the details. The accuracy is amazing. I prefer the 2511 all the way. You can see that it is keeping the image, making minimal amount of changes. Still, I can see that the resolution is dropped because the original image is very high resolution. However, still this is amazing. This is excellent level. This is running on my PC with as low as 6 GB GPUs. So the case 9 is making person holding a perfume bottle. So I am going to make the person to hold this bottle. Let's see the result. So this is 2509. It is one of the best where 2509 did. It is pretty good, but nothing sort of the 2511. Let's see the 2511. So this is the 2511. I see that the colors are not perfect in this one. However, with more generations, probably I can get better colors. But the accuracy, the face realism, the face shape, it is much better than the 2509. I mean, let's make a comparison. So 2509, 2511. Let's see base image. So this is how 2511 is making this image holding this bottle. Very good in my opinion. And on low resolution you wouldn't even notice the difference. At very high resolution it is still pretty good. This is a very hard task. The test case 10 is very hard. I want the model to redraw this input car with the style of this input image. So let's see the result of the 2509. The 2509 epically fails. I mean, it puts the car into the image. It doesn't redraw it with the desired style. So basically we are doing a zero shot style transfer. Let's see the result of the 2511. The 2511 redraws image with perfect accuracy with the desired style. I mean, this is next level. This is really good. However, it put the background, but it is perfect. I mean, the car, the shape, the style, everything is so perfect. This model shines. With the background removers, you can also remove the background if you want. Perhaps with prompting, the background can be removed as well. But this is perfect. This model is very, very strong. This is Nano Banana Pro level. So the case 11 is one of the hard tasks, turning image into a real photo. This is an anime image, a famous character, and I wanted to turn it into a real image. So this is 2509, this is what it makes best. I tried several prompts and I am always fair. I tried same on the both models. So this is the result of 2509 from this image into this realistic image. Let's see the 2511. The 2511 does much better job. This is like a realistic render. Yes, it is not still a real person. However, it is really good compared to 2509. The 2509 is much lesser detailed. The accuracy is lower. However, 2511 is much better. You can play this character in a movie scene, perhaps some with additional upscales, maybe image to images. It can be made certainly much better realistic, but the output is really good. When you consider the base image from this image into this image, it is really good. Okay, case 12 is turning real image into anime image. So 2509 epically fails. This is not like an anime image. You can see that it fails to zero shot stylized image generation. However, let's see the 2511. The 2511 is perfect. As you can see, it turned image into anime with zero shot, with perfect details, perfect accuracy. Everything is so good. So the 2511 is much bigger update than people realize. It is really powerful. It is really amazing. So how we are going to use this model like I do? As usual, I have everything in this amazing post. If you don't know how to install SwarmUI, ComfyUI and how to use, please follow this tutorial. First of all, we will update our ComfyUI installation. The ComfyUI installation link will be also in the description of the video and in the pinned comment. It is also here. So let's download the latest ComfyUI zip file. This is mandatory. Why? Because this Qwen Image Edit 2511 Quant Scaled FP8 requires a special custom node, and my installer will auto install it. This is not natively supported by the ComfyUI yet, but hopefully it will be. So as usual, move the latest zip file into your installation. You can make a fresh installation. We have upgraded installers to the UV, so it is much faster. Extract and overwrite all files. This is important. Then all you need to do is just run the Windows install or update ComfyUI. It will quickly update the ComfyUI to the latest version. It will install the new necessary custom nodes. Then we will be able to use the latest model in our SwarmUI. So everything is updated. It took like 30 seconds. Then as a next step, download the latest SwarmUI model downloader zip file. It is 11.4 at the moment. Then move it into your SwarmUI installation folder. As usual, you can also make a fresh installation. Extract and overwrite all files. This is super important. You need to overwrite all files. First of all, you need to download new model. So for downloading new model, Windows start download models app.bat file. Our downloader is extremely fast, extremely robust. It verifies all of the downloaded files. We have upgraded the interface significantly. So I recommend you to download Qwen Image Core Bundle to not miss any of the necessary models. You see it is only 56 GB. Moreover, it will skip already downloaded files. After that, you need to run the Windows Update SwarmUI to get the latest SwarmUI version. This is also pretty fast and it will start. After that, you need to update your presets. You can use import preset, choose file, and from there pick the latest preset, amazing SwarmUI preset version 40, override and import. Alternatively, you can also use our preset importer, which is when your SwarmUI is running, you click the Windows preset delete import, it will back up your preset and it will import, click yes, and all imported, then click refresh. This will do a clean preset import. It will delete all previous ones and it will import the newest ones. I recommend this one. Then you will have the newest Qwen Image Edit preset here. The downloader will download them with 16 connections, and as soon as files downloaded, it will merge the parts and verify hashes as you are seeing. Wait for all downloads to be finished, and once all downloads have been completed, go to models, click refresh, go to LoRa's, click refresh, or restart your SwarmUI. Then I recommend you to change the resolution. Because higher resolution works better with this model, so click this hamburger menu, click edit metadata, set this as 1920 to 1920. Maybe even higher may work. So after that, it will auto set the resolution and aspect ratios accordingly. Then as usual, we click quick tools, reset params to default, refresh. Then let's go to presets, find the Qwen image edit, new preset. You can search from here Qwen and you will see that Qwen image edit 2511 direct apply. You should see that it is selected this Qwen image edit quant model and this Qwen image lightning LoRa. This is the best working one, don't worry about that. So how you are going to use the model? Let's demonstrate with two examples. Click this plus icon. We are going to upload prompt image. So from the case images, let's do this case. So this is our input image. To set the accurate resolution, I recommend you to use this strategy. So from init image, choose file, choose the same image, click res, use closest aspect ratio. You can also use exact aspect ratio or you can use exact resolution. However, you need to test. You see the exact resolution is very big. So I'm going to use closest aspect ratio. If you make images exactly this resolution yourself manually, it can work even better. So try to crop images yourself to this resolution and use that way. Then disable this. We don't use init image. This is only for setting the resolution. Don't forget that. After that, type your prompt, something like this. Then generate as many as images you want. Let's generate 4 images. Let's also see NVI tab. So NVI tab will show us what is our GPU usage. I have RTX 5090. So the generation already starting. I recommend you to not run any other application while SwarmUI is running with ComfyUI because recent ComfyUI versions have problems for RAM management. It cannot properly detect your used RAM memory. Therefore, I recommend you to not run any other applications. So it is using 50% of my RAM memory right now. It is using my 23 GB, but don't worry. Since we are using ComfyUI backend, as I have shown in other tutorials with SageAttention and latest version, it is properly doing block swapping, CPU offloading. So with 6 GB GPUs, you can run this model. Okay, the first image has been generated. It is amazing quality. I mean, look at this quality. This is really good. The resolution is really high resolution. You see, it is 2288 to 1568. We may even go with higher resolution depending on your input image, but the result is amazing. What about combining multiple images? Let's clear image. Click this plus icon. So you need to upload every image. So let's upload these 3 images. Second one and the third one. As far as I know, the model supports up to 3 images. I didn't try 4, but you can try it. So for this one, I am going to use this prompt that we have, okay, and generate. Oh, I have forgotten to change the aspect ratio. So you need to set your aspect ratio according to your desired image. For this one, since this is a combination of multiple images, I'm going to use 16:9. So this will be the resolution. You probably can combine these 3 images with other resolutions, other aspect ratios as well. But this is what I want. You can choose anyway. We are only doing 12 steps. Therefore, the images are really fast. I mean, let's see the generation speed. It should be done under 60 seconds on my GPU at this massive resolution. Okay, it is getting done right now. Let's see the step speed from the debug. So it is like 8.5 seconds per IT. You can reduce the steps count. It is totally fine, but I prefer 12. You can go as low as 4 steps because we are actually using 4 steps LoRa, but 12 steps is yielding the best quality. Moreover, when you use the base resolution, not this bigger resolution, it will be even faster, but we are currently doing 4 megapixel output. Therefore, it is taking more time than what it should take normally. However, the quality is amazing. Let's see. You can also monitor your power usage. You should be using up to maximum power available, like 575 to 575. This means that it is working with 100% performance. There is no performance loss. Okay, and the image has been generated. This image took longer than the other ones. Why? Because as you input more images, it takes more time. Therefore, this image took 111 seconds. This is why this one took more time. If I just use a single image, let's make another demo. For example, this image, I will say that replace hat with a sports cap. Let's see the result. This will be much faster than using 3 images. When you use more image as an input, it will take more time. But this is the logic of how you use multiple images. You see it is getting generated much faster. It is 3.5 second IT right now. When it was 3 images, it was 8.6 second IT. So you see it is faster than twice. So this was our input image. Let me show you. By the way, this image has been generated with our recent 1.2.2 tutorial. It's an amazing tutorial. Let me show you. So I recommend you to watch our latest 1.2.2 tutorial on our channel. This is an amazing tutorial. And the generated image is here. I mean, look at this. It is almost perfect. So how I am comparing these images? Let's download this image. For image comparison, I have developed an application. It is called as image and video slider application. Go to this link. It will be also in the description of the video. Download the latest zip file. Move the file wherever you want to install. For example, let's install into our tutorial folder. Okay, extract here. Then install update application. It will just install. It is very fast, and run the start image comparison. This is a very advanced application. You can drag and drop multiple files for comparison, like all of these files. I can drag and drop them or select from here, and it will sort them by name, so it will be very easy. You can also change them from here. One PNG, this one 2509. You can also look from here, or you can full screen like this, and you can compare. This is an amazing application. So let's compare our latest generation. So I am selecting both of the files. Let's do a full screen. Okay, the right one is the original one. The left one is the new Qwen Image Edit 2511. I mean, this is really good quality. It minimally changes the image. The original image is very high resolution. That is why you see it is more crisp and sharp. But this output is really good compared to previous models. I wonder something. If I make this even higher resolution, what happens? So I am going to change the resolution to 2560 to 2560. Then select another model and select model, so it will update the input resolution. This is same as the original image resolution. Let's see the result. So obviously higher resolution will take more time, but it should use the same VRAM. Let's see. Yes, it is using the same VRAM amount. It will just take more time. I expect quality to be higher. Let's see. Now it is taking 7.35 seconds. It was 3.53 seconds because we increased the resolution significantly. And you see my model is fully working with SageAttention, both on RTX 3090 Ti and RTX 5090. It is working on all GPUs because I have compiled this SageAttention myself. I have generated this FP8 Scaled myself. This is really high quality, almost BF16 quality. Wow, it looks like it is going to work. Let's see. The other image was generated in 45 seconds. It was still big resolution, 4 megapixels. Okay, the new image is getting done. All VRAM management is being made by the ComfyUI. Okay, it is done. Wow, amazing. Let's download this and let's make a comparison. Wow, look at this image. You see, when you use higher resolution, it is almost perfect. From this image to this image, I mean, there is almost no loss of quality. It did the job and it did amazing. I mean, look at this quality from this to this. There is almost no quality loss. It minimally changed the image. It is still realistic as it is. So this is an amazing quality. Therefore, I recommend you to set the resolution to 2560 to 2560 and it will be amazing quality. So this is it. I hope you have enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment and ask me any questions that you have. So it appears that the best resolution for this model is 2560 to 2560 in high resolution images to keep the maximum quality, maximum accuracy. See you later hopefully.